that most of the time the commercial banks will necessarily not afford, because they are able, out of their abundance of the core capital, they are able to fund huge ticket projects, both in the public sector and the private sector, and that goes a long way into growing economies. Honorable Speaker, I also want to call upon all of us, even as Kenya, to also look at models of economic growth. For example, for a country like Nigeria. Honorable Speaker, in the entire of Africa, Nigeria could be having the highest per capita concentration of black billionaires. Billionaires who are African and who are black. But Honorable Speaker, if you look at how these entrepreneurs grew, people like Aliko Dangote, the entrepreneurs in Globacom, like for example in Nigeria, entrepreneurs, the founders of UBA Bank, Access Bank, you will always find, including BUA Group, which spans across many sectors. You find that there is a lot of involvement of regional financing bodies, and especially precisely Afrexim. Afrexim has come a long way into actually shaping entrepreneurship in Nigeria, where we see big ticket private sector projects being financed even by these kind of financial institutions. And that is why it is important for Kenya to have subscriptions, but also for us to look inwards, that the private people, the private entrepreneurs, and especially those who are launching huge projects, they find avenues of also getting not so exorbitantly priced financing from these kind of bodies. Because we have seen it work, as I have said, in areas and regions like Asia. We have seen it work in countries as robustly entrepreneurial as China. And we have also seen how the economy of a country like Nigeria has gotten transformed out of the financing from bodies like Afrexim, ADB, Honorable Speaker, African Finance Corporation, Honorable Speaker, and many of such. And that is why even subscription and also additional capital for Kenya into bodies like Shelter Afrique is important, because they go into bridging infrastructure gaps that exist. Honorable Speaker, lastly, because we are discussing about financing, I know the Speaker gave a way forward in terms of what Kenyans woke up today in terms of the sale of Safaricom. And I'm putting it in here because, Honorable Speaker, a company like such, we have seen them actually funded by these kind of bodies like you are discussing today. And I'm happy the Speaker has already given a way forward that we need a robust public participation on the sale of Safaricom, because the way we are selling it at 34 shillings per share is grossly undervalued. And especially given the fact that Safaricom share was at 45 shillings in 2021, at a valuation of 1.8 trillion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker, and it will be a gross injustice to the Kenyan people when the National Treasury and government undersells such a prized asset as Safaricom, Honorable Speaker, and goes even away further of trying to securitize dividends that will be coming at future revenue from Safaricom. That beyond the consideration, the government is actually asking for dividend in advance. Kenya will exist now. Kenya will exist in the next 2 years. Kenya will exist in the next 5 years. We must stop this issue of wanting political clubs today by securitizing future revenue, because